Hello everyone and welcome to Ready, Set, Go Fish. You know, if you're anything like me, you're super happy whenever there's a Home Depot bucket that is full of fish. Can't see that very well, but we're gonna see the fish. Don't worry. So I'm gonna quickly fill you in on what our strategy is, where they're headed. So this is my 125 tank, and honestly, it's been doing really well. I kind of hesitated to do anything different with it. These guys are all at peace. If you've been keeping up, I did take this guy out of the big tank. This is a VC10. I've taken him out of the big tank and brought him back. He wasn't doing that great in the other one. So this tank is largely at peace. I've got some really, really nice fish in here, and I'm hoping everything goes smoothly with the new additions. So the situation is, I have a friend of mine who's taking a step back from the fish game. So I've taken a few of his fish off his hands. So we're going to kind of go in order of least impressive to most impressive, in my opinion. So here, they're all like fairly mature haps and peacocks. This guy's getting a little dinged up. I don't think it happened on my watch. I think they were fighting a little bit, but he's obviously like just a beautiful fish. A little pale at the moment, but we're putting him right in. The water is all acclimated, drip acclimated the bucket, and I think he's really gonna color up nicely. I don't know exactly what he is. Some of the pictures I've seen of him indicate that he might be a turkis. He's not exactly the one I was after with these other fish, but he came with the package. We're glad to have him. So here, I've heard this guy is a red shoulder, or super red shoulder who's bred to be blue. And you know, look at that blue on the face. Wow. He's gonna be just a gorgeous fish. Let's put him in. There he is. Stripes are showing through at the moment. Nice vertical striping on this one. Looks like he's not fully mature yet. I have a feeling in another few months that forehead's gonna be bulging out a bit more. Good shape to that fish. It's got some nice white along the top of his dorsal fin and on the pectoral fins. I think he's gonna be a beauty. This guy as well, I think he might be a hybrid, but he's awfully fat. Makes you wonder if there's a little mbuna in that fish. I guess we'll never know unless we do the 23andMe, or however many chromosomes fish have. Okay, now we're getting to the ones that I was really excited about. So this guy is just a gorgeous, gorgeous OB. Wow. Look at that iridescence, that pearling on him. He's honestly, he doesn't look as pretty as he did previously in the water, but I think that fish is gonna be just a stunner. Like, that yellow is gonna come in super dark and deep. The pictures I've seen of him, he's like bright blue metallic face and a deep yellow. Look how long those fins are, that anal fin. He is an absolute stunner. You are most welcome here, buddy. So far, things are going pretty well. I do have one mbuna in the tank. This is a Grisheri. I guess I have a yellow lab too. But he's never caused any problems, but he does flex on these other fish some. So it's always a bit of a wait and see type situation when you add more fish into the scene. All right, and the crown jewel, this fish, you know, they say you should never covet that which your neighbor has, but I saw this fish and I have always wanted him. I'm sorry my friend has to take a step back, but I am very happy to give him a good home. This is a living stone eye, and oh man, he's a frisky one. Man, I will tell you, when I've seen him in the past, he is like textbook gorgeous livingstone eye, like super colored up around the face, like very nice pattern. Look at that guy. You can see a bit of color in the face coming already. It's like dark brown blotches, high contrast. Look at the size of that mouth. It's a gorgeous specimen. Welcome home. We are happy to have you here. Look at that. He's feeling himself already. Damn. So this tank just took a big step up. It is, I don't know if it's overstocked, but has quite a few fish in it now. And getting to be some pretty good ones. There's only a few in here that I'm like not super stoked about. But I've got many fish in here that I just love, honestly. Well, you know, the other cool thing about adding a fish is the fish that you have currently sometimes have reactions to them. Maybe that's not the right way to describe it, but it certainly provokes a reaction to them. Like this guy, he's not exactly tank boss, but he's not to be trifled with either. And look at the way his color, he used to have a lot more brown and like tan contrast in his body. And now he's like overtaken with just beautiful coloring all over his body. I can't even tell you if it's like red or blue, probably a little bit of both. Like his whole body is just lit up at the moment. And I am waiting for this guy to light up. Holy geez, somebody posted a picture of this same species. This is the long nose. It's an Autopharynx Nova Blue. And the picture the guy posted was just unreal. Like a deep iridescent blue all over the fish. This guy is mature, but he's not like super mature yet, so I'm hoping someday he will reach that status. All right, let's go over the new guys again real quick. So we've got this baby blue hybrid fellow here. Looks like he's settling in nicely. Hopefully those wounds get all healed up soon. I may have to treat him at some point. Yeah, I've got a couple of fish that need treatment anyway. He may get involved in that batch. Who else do we have? This guy, new to the gang. He's looking quite purple in this camera, but he seems more blue in real life. Who else do we have here? King OB, look at that. And that's your good side, isn't it, buddy? Look at you. Thriving, loving his new home, not taking guff from anybody here. And lastly, hopefully he gets to be boss of something someday. I don't think he's quite big enough right now, but he's got the attitude for it. Look at that guy. More of him to come. And, you know, it feels a little bit dishonest sometimes, thinking about replacing your fish with others of the same species, but I have a pretty big Nimbo. I don't know if he's like a Fusco or a living stone eye, but I could imagine this one taking his place in the monster tank someday. And we'll see. I'll make sure the other one goes to a good home. But this guy is one of my favorites now. All right, guys. Thanks for joining today. Happy fish keeping.